Islam Makhachev defeated Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 284. Do fighters agree with the scorecards, and what do they think of the fight? Check out the latest edition of MMA Pros React.
I watch after and I watch live, but I see like Islam surprised me a lot about his strike. It was, get bad. It was close fight too, and I love Lovesky. He's really surprised me with his wrestling. I knew he was very good about wrestling, but he's ready. It was a great fight.
Yeah, I thought it was a very close fight. It was a very good fight that each guy had their particular moments. Each guy, rocked each other with punches. Obviously, Islam had the majority of the control time. I mean, I don't know, it was just very close. I mean, I guess you could say in some ways you'd think that maybe Volkanovski could have had the win, but then in other ways there's Islam. So it's a very close fight, and I think the way that they judged the fight, it was how it should have been. But I have to give massive credit to Volkanovski to move up a weight class and to perform the way he did. I mean, he's a tough son of a gun. Do you know what I mean? He's a really good fighter. But yeah, amazing athletes, both of them. Like, credit to both of them. That was a crazy fight.
Yeah, I felt like Volk did enough to get it done, but I felt like Makhachev I feel like he knows how to play to the judges and the scoring system, and that's what won him the fight ultimately. Like his ability to get takedowns, get control time. He didn't do much damage, but when you're on somebody's back and you got a triangle on them, you're in a dominant position no matter what. So I think Volk, I think he made a few errors in judgment in some of the rounds just by not trying to escape, but just, hey, come on, ref, and like boom, and like kind of playing into the crowd, and like definitely you're feeding like some good like viral moments, but definitely like using that time to escape and not get frustrated and end up on top and land some good shots. Would have been good, which we saw at the end of the fifth round. He started using a lot of that counter wrestling and ended up on top at the end of the fifth and was landing shots for the last minute and a half. Man, if he would have did that in a couple of the other rounds, like clear as day. I felt like Volk won, but we all know that we can't leave it to the judges. Even for me, leaving it to the judges, I was like, man, this is like a hometown guy, so I hope I don't get robbed.
Amazing fight. I was surprised that Islam wasn't able to bulldoze him the way I thought he was going to. So it says a lot about Volkanovski, and I thought I didn't think that Volk won. I thought Islam won. That's just, and I know there's a lot of back and forth people saying that. I didn't think it was a unanimous decision. I thought it was more of a split decision. But, Volk proved it, man, and I think that if they rematch, I think Volk will win this time.
Yeah, I mean, those are fights that could have gone either way. It's honestly like subjective to what you're gonna be looking at. It's like what you put emphasis on for scoring wise. I think it was an awesome fight. I actually got to sit down and watch it, and dude, Volkanovski's gas tank is like next level, literally next level. I've never seen somebody in the fifth round get up and like gas or still go 100% in the fifth round. And then there's a video that came out with him like later in the night, and he's like dancing around on the stage acting like he just didn't go through a 25-minute war with pound for pound best. But obviously like they both had their game plans to go into. I think maybe Volkanovski like rushed himself trying to close the distance, but other than that, I think he got the nod. Just by the end of the fight, like, who was more fresh, who looked better.
Man, I thought it was a doggone war. It was just an absolute, it delivered to the expectations. I could see them going either way with it. Everybody always says if you want to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. And but I was hoping Volk pulled it off, man. I had a lot of respect to him for going up and doing the things that he's done in his division and challenging himself and daring to be great, man. I could have given the fight to Volk just as easy, if not easier, man. I mean, the things he was doing was way more entertaining. I mean, you seen their faces at the end of the fight. I mean, Volk didn't have hardly any damage. Makhachev looked like he'd gotten, pretty roughed up. So, I mean, I thought Volk kind of won, but at the same time, you can't hate on them for what they pick, really, man, because you got to beat the champ.
Head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game. You want to talk